This is a review of the Conrad model of the Liebherr TA230 articulated dump truck. Here's a video of the real machine, courtesy of Liebherr. The real machine was introduced at the Baumar exhibition in 2010, and the scale model was introduced at the same time. Interestingly, it's now on its third revision. At the second revision the nose was changed, and in this third revision the tailgate bar has been altered. So you can see there it's gone through some iterations, presumably to follow the real machine. It comes in a typical Conrad box, Liebherr branded, and the model is securely wrapped within foam rubber. So let's have a look at the front end of the model. The only assembly to do is to fit this piece of hand railing, a mirror and a post on either side. Details are good, as you can see. Even down at the level of the headlamps, there's nice little grills on the headlamps, which give the model quite a detailed impression. At the rear you can see the tyres are pretty good with a strong tread pattern. Looking underneath the model, the transmission and suspension components are all modelled well. All the bits I'm showing here are plastic, but the colour match is very good, so it looks fine. And you can see at the front axle transmission is modelled too. Looking at some of the details behind the cab, the exhaust is pretty good, and there's a nice mesh screen behind the cab window, and there are some hydraulic lines that join the cab area to the dump bed. Turning to the features, the front suspension is nice. It pushes up and down really quite well, and there is also decent rear suspension, the two axles floating together, as you can see. The articulation point of the model is good, so you get a full angle of steering, so it can be posed any angle you like, and the twisting articulation is very, very good, so you can tip the model over just as if you were a real driver. The tipping angle of the bed is really pretty good. You can see it opens up. It's quite stiff, but that's a good thing because it does mean it can be posed at any angle you like, and the tailgate opens automatically, as you can see. And that's quite a neat feature as well, because if you look at the connection in detail, you can see that there's a connection between the pivot beam and the chassis. There's a pivot point, and it opens up the tailgate really quite nicely. Conrad have done a good job modelling this new Liebherr machine. Both the details and the features are really pretty good, and it would look impressive on a low loader or with other excavating machines. So all in all, it's highly recommended. And if you want to read a detailed review of this model and its first version as well, and see some detailed photos, have a look on CranesEtcTV.